Now we're outdoors with the rear-facing cameras and we are filming at 4K, and although this video is exported out at 1080p, it does mean we can crop in and get lots more detail. Okay, so now we're going to be testing out the image stabilization on both. So just going to be taking a bit of a walk and seeing how these do. Now both of these are mounted to the same device, so it's as fair as you can get. So this is just a quick test. Now just testing out the autofocus in relatively low light on the S7, and that is just crazy fast. You've got dual pixel autofocus and I mean it's pretty much seamless. Look at that. Now just on the iPhone 6s, and I mean I can just straight away see that, yep, it's taking a lot longer to focus in compared to the S7. Now starting off with the selfies, so first up you can see here that we do have much better dynamic range on the image from the Samsung Galaxy S7. HDR was set to auto and both of them did use it. However, the S7 seems to have done a better job. You've also got a wider angle here, so for your group selfies that will definitely work out. Now with the iPhone 6s, it definitely is blowing out those highlights, especially if you look in the background. And on my face it is a bit too bright on here. Going in 100%, you can see that we've got lots more detail maintained here on the S7 as well, whereas the image on the iPhone 6s is not as sharp. Now moving on to an outdoor image in good light, I think both are doing great. You've got lots of detail, some slight differences in colors, once again a bit more on the warmer side on the iPhone 6s, a bit on the cooler side on the Samsung Galaxy S7. Let's go in 100%. You can see that we've got lots of detail on here. I think maybe just a tad sharper on the Samsung Galaxy S7, but both doing a great job overall. Now an outdoor wide image, here you can see that the S7 does have a slightly wider angle lens. In terms of the images, I think both are doing a good job. Looks like the Samsung Galaxy S7 has favored the foreground, whereas the iPhone 6s has favored the background a little bit. So if you look towards the greens and the grass, they are a little bit brighter on the Samsung Galaxy S7. Whereas if you look at the clouds on the iPhone 6s image, they are a little bit more detailed. So again, I think this is going to come down to personal preference. I think both are doing a good job overall. Now let's move on to low light situations. So this is under room lighting. I think both are doing pretty decent. The S7 is slightly brighter. Now let's dip the light down even further to see how much of a difference it makes. And here you can see that the f1.7 aperture as well as the optical image stabilization is really helping the Samsung Galaxy S7, whereas the iPhone 6s is really struggling with lots and lots of noise. So the edge definitely has to go here to the Samsung Galaxy S7. Now let's try the iPhone 6s Plus, because that does have optical image stabilization, and although the image is a little bit better with more details compared to the iPhone 6s, the win definitely has to go to the Samsung Galaxy S7 here. Now I thought I'd take this test even further, so went outdoors at night, and here once again you can see that the Samsung Galaxy S7 is really shining here with a very nice image compared to the muggy image of the iPhone 6s. Moving on to the iPhone 6s Plus, you can see that once again it is definitely better than the image that came from the iPhone 6s, but still nowhere near the Samsung Galaxy S7. This is even more clear when we go in 100%. You can see that lots of detail is lost on the iPhone 6s Plus, whereas on the Samsung Galaxy S7 you've got a much more sharp image and it definitely has a lot more detail.